What if I told you that every time you grab a sandwich for lunch, you're participating in a tradition that started with a gambling-addicted English nobleman who refused to leave his card table? Most people assume sandwiches have existed forever, right? Bread, meat, vegetables. Surely humans figured this out thousands of years ago? Wrong. The sandwich as we know it today didn't exist until 1762, and it was born from pure stubbornness and addiction. Meet John Montague, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, a man whose love for gambling would accidentally change how the entire world eats. Picture this scene: London, 1762. The Earl of Sandwich sits at a card table, completely absorbed in a marathon gaming session. He's been there for hours, maybe even a full day. His stomach growls, his servants offer him a proper meal, but he waves them away. Why? Because leaving the table means missing potential winnings, and the Earl simply cannot bear that thought. But hunger doesn't care about your gambling addiction. So the Earl comes up with what he thinks is a brilliant solution. He orders his servant to bring him roast beef, but not on a plate. Instead, he wants the meat placed between 2 slices of bread. This way, he can eat with one hand while holding his cards with the other. No utensils needed, no mess, no interruption to his precious game. The other players watch this innovation with fascination. Soon, they're ordering the same as sandwich, and just like that, the sandwich gets its name. Not from its ingredients, not from its appearance, but from a nobleman's refusal to step away from a gambling table. Now, here's where the story gets even more interesting. The Earl of Sandwich wasn't just any random aristocrat with a gambling problem. This man held significant political positions and was deeply involved in British naval affairs. He was instrumental in Captain Cook's voyages, and yes, the Sandwich Islands, now known as Hawaii, were named after him too. So this gambling addict's legacy extends far beyond lunch meat between bread. But let's talk about the gambling culture that created this moment. 18th century London was absolutely obsessed with games of chance. Gentlemen would spend entire days and nights at card tables, betting enormous sums on everything from whist to cribbage. These weren't casual poker nights. We're talking about sessions that lasted 24 hours or more, with fortunes won and lost on single hands. The Earl's Sandwich innovation spread like wildfire through London's gambling dens and gentlemen's clubs. Within months, everyone wanted to eat like the Earl of Sandwich. The concept was so practical, so perfectly suited to busy lifestyles, that it quickly moved beyond gambling halls into everyday life. Think about how revolutionary this actually was. Before the sandwich, eating meat typically required sitting down with proper utensils and plates. Meals were formal affairs with specific timing and ceremony. The Earl's creation democratized eating. Suddenly, you could have a complete meal while walking, working, or, yes, gambling. The sandwich's evolution from there is remarkable. What started as roast beef between bread slices has become one of the world's most versatile food formats. From Vietnamese banh mi to American grilled cheese, from Middle Eastern shawarma wraps to Japanese katsu sandos, cultures worldwide have embraced and adapted the Earl's basic concept. But here's a delicious irony. While the Earl of Sandwich gave his name to this food innovation, he probably ate very few sandwiches in his lifetime. This was a solution born from desperation during extended gambling sessions, not a regular dining preference. The man who created one of history's most popular foods likely preferred traditional meals when he wasn't busy losing money at cards. Modern sandwiches would probably shock the Earl. We've gone from simple roast beef between plain bread to elaborate creations with artisanal ingredients, multiple layers, and complex flavor profiles. Fast food chains have built entire empires on variations of his gambling table solution. Subway alone serves millions of sandwiches daily, all because an 18th century nobleman couldn't bear to leave his card game. The Earl of Sandwich died in 1792, probably never realizing he'd given the world one of its most enduring food innovations. His gambling addiction created something far more lasting than any pot he ever won. Every time someone grabs a quick sandwich, they're using a solution designed by pure necessity and stubborn refusal to stop playing cards. Sometimes the most significant innovations come from the most unexpected places, even from an aristocrat's gambling problem.